Tilray just reported a Q1 net revenue record of $177 million, representing a 15% growth year over year. CNBC interviewed their CEO yesterday, so I'll play that for you right now.
Joining us to discuss is Tilray CEO Irwin Simon. Irwin, welcome back. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
First on the numbers, looks like you grew share, importantly, in the Canadian market. How are you doing that, and what's happening overall in that market in terms of adult use marijuana?
So listen, Tilray got some exciting things. We grew market share in Canada. We grew market share in Europe. We completed the acquisition with ABI. You know, it's interesting. We'll sell 80 million pre-rolls in Canada. We'll sell close to 300 million cans of beer, 12 million cases. We'll sell 5,000 kgs of medical cannabis throughout Europe. You know, we're in 50 states, we're in 10 provinces, we're in 21 countries. We have 12 brands in Canada, 12 brands of beer in the US and our Breckenridge bourbon, and we have 3 brands in Europe in our medical cannabis. So we're doing a lot of things out there. Our top line grew, 15%. Yes, our loss was higher, but most of it is non-cash, which is amortization, depreciation. And listen, we're building a company. I mean, Tilray and the cannabis industry has only been legal in Canada for 5 years. You know, when I got here, we're a $50 million business. We're on a run rate to be a $1 billion business.
Is it frustrating, the conversations with investors? Do you think they're understanding the growth story? Because one of the analysts said it's almost like it feels like you're running in place when you look at the share price, even though you're talking about all these exciting growth opportunities and market share gains.
Listen, it is frustrating when you look at your stock price, but on the other hand, when I come back and look what we've done, what we are today, what we have in brands, and what we're doing to change the world in regards to our medical cannabis for epilepsy, for cancer patients, for pain, for sleep, what we're doing in regards to the craft beer. We're now the 5th largest craft brewer. We have a 13.4% share in the Canadian cannabis market, the only legal market in Canada, the only legal market in the world. So we've really put together a great business. And listen, we're waiting for legalization to happen in the U.S. If it happens, it will be great, and we're well positioned. If it doesn't, with our beer and bourbon and our nutritional food business, we're absolutely well positioned. But listen, it's frustrating when you go back and look at your stock and where we are. But I got to tell you, we got great people, we got a great strategy, we got great brands, and ultimately one day investors will realize that there's a lot of great assets, intel within the Tilray Brands business.
We're showing some of the different brands. So after this acquisition from ABI, Irwin, where are you focused next? Because I know you're always looking at deals. What sort of categories or geographies?
Well, first of all, in Canada, our focus is how we grow share there and continuously evolve the legal market there. And that is a big part for us. Listen, Canada, it's a $5 billion market at retail today. It will go to a $10 billion market. I'd like to get a 20% share. In regards to the beer category, I think there's so much excitement to be had within craft beer. It's how to make it cooler again, how to bring more and more consumers into the beer business, how to get more and more distribution on a bourbon business. So I like both those business. My past, I love the food business. Where is there opportunities for us in the nutritional food business? And last but not least, Europe. It's a big world out there in Europe, and medical cannabis is becoming more and more relevant throughout the rest of Europe and the rest of the world. So, the DNA is here. There's a lot of good assets. It's how, again, profitability is important, but so is growth. When you're green, you're growing. When you're ripe, you're rotten. Listen, we're green.
Tilray Brands increased their number 1 cannabis market share position in Canada to roughly 13%. They grew Canadian cannabis revenue by 16.5% and international cannabis revenue by 37%. And one thing that I thought was very interesting to hear from the CEO is, the business has improved so much over the past couple of years, but you're just really not seeing that when you look at the stock price, right? Stock price has been obviously down drastically. So massive improvements in this business have been made. So I wanted to cover some of the financials quickly for Tilray. So let's start off with valuation. Obviously, the company doesn't make any money right now, but we have a price to book ratio of 0.48. So that means the book value of this company is double the value of the market cap. So book value, for those that don't know, is things like cash on hand, equipment, property. So this is signaling that the stock is actually at a massive discount right now. Usually price to book ratio below 1 is something you see in value stocks in the energy sector or even financials, right? So this is definitely implying that this company has a ton of assets on its balance sheet, which leads me to believe that this is kind of an asymmetrical risk play right now. So this has an asymmetrical risk profile, meaning that the upside for this stock greatly outweighs the downside. And then revenue growth for the past 12 months has been 6%. And then we're projected to see that jump up to 8% over the next 12 months. So growth looks good for this company as well. And then let's take a look at the profitability metrics for Tilray. So gross profit margin is 22.5%. So that tells you what the company makes for what it sells. It's simply just revenue minus cost of goods sold. So the company is making money for every sale that it has. Obviously, they're not making money in aggregate because this doesn't take into account legal fees and everything else that it kind of takes to run a business. But simply cost of goods sold minus revenue, we're positive in that aspect, which is very good. And then let's take a look at this company's balance sheet. So the company has $464 million in cash, and they have $562 million in debt, meaning that they only have $97 million more debt than cash. And I think this is very good because we see a positive net operating cash flow of $38 million. So this company isn't having a massive cash burn or anything like that. So they're not kind of lighting money on fire, right? And they have a good cash holding of almost $500 million. So the company is set up in a very healthy manner to benefit in the future. And then let's take a look at the company's Wall Street analyst rating. So we can see here that there are 3 buy ratings for Tilray and then 2 bearish ratings for Tilray throughout Wall Street. So this kind of tells you that investors are somewhat split on the stock, but the average price target is $5.61 for Tilray. So no real updates recently from the Wall Street community, but it is good to see that there at least are some firms that are bullish on Tilray, one of them being TD Cowen. So with that being said, though, let's take a look at the chart and see if we can't give a logical price prediction. So we're coming down to test this 100-day moving average, which we held in late August, and we also held in early August. Therefore, I believe this 100-day moving average at $2.20 has a high likelihood to hold, just especially as we saw the 50-day moving average cross above the 200-day moving average on September 27th. This is known as a golden cross and implies bullish momentum. So we have bullish momentum. We're coming down to test a very crucial DMA. I believe this DMA holds, and we see a move higher for Tilray over the coming weeks. How high? Well, I think we at least get a move up to 270 in the short term. Obviously, not making a long-term price prediction here based on the chart. Long-term, I think this stock would go way higher than $2.70, just because I'm a bullish, kind of on the marijuana sector. And with that being said, I'll show you a video here, which is my top 3 stocks for the marijuana sector. I'll link that at the end of this video. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will end it here.
Looking to learn more about the financial markets? Well, I just released a new course that will teach you everything you need to know about the stock market. You can find that at happyinvestingtoday.com. Also on the site, you can purchase one-on-one coaching sessions where I will break down your portfolio, and to better assist traders when searching for setups, I'm selling trading bots, which will tell you how your trading strategy has performed historically on a stock, crypto, or currency that you are researching. If you would also like to see what me and my experienced trading team are doing on a day-to-day basis, join our Discord, which is linked below, for a free 7-day trial. With that being said, please leave a like and subscribe. Appreciate you watching this video.